Alrighty guys, so how's she going today? So, as you guys have seen from the video there where I got my tenders, now we're going to hook one up here to this 2010 Polairs Sportsman 850 XP, ready for snow plowing. But as you guys see, I'm on my iPhone there. My big camera kind of puked its guts out again. But anyways, we're going to see how we can wire this baby up without destroying the battery, because I'm not sure if this is a lead battery or what. I know it's a maintenance-free battery, but I don't know. I'm just gonna plug it in and blow it up, you know. Just gonna see if I can get my uncle down here to maybe take a look, but he's busy and I ain't waiting around, so I'm getting shit done today. We'll just pop this handy dandy cover off if we can get her off one-handed here. No. These things like to stick for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. Now we probably should have enough space there, I think. So yes, I do apologize if the video is a little bit on the crappy side. I'm just using my iPhone. We got to do the John Deere too, but I think we'll do the four-wheeler for today, or for now anyways. And my lighting's not the best, but my lights have to warm up a little bit yet too. So I got to figure out which one is negative, which one's positive. It looks like this must be the positive. I can't frickin' tell with all the other wiring on top of the thing. I think these dang batteries would have a marking on them, but this one does. Okay, yeah. Positive, negative. Or no, positive, negative. Stupid. So what we'll do is, like I said, I'm not sure if this is a lead-free battery or if it's leaded or what the hell, but we're going to plug it in and try it out. So anyways, I got some crap in my four-wheeler here. These little stupid sticky weed things. I washed my four-wheeler, but I guess I didn't get those out. Interesting. So I think what I was going to do is I'm going to maybe run the wiring simply into this little box right here, because I think I could come down. I'll probably even come up along the side here, I bet. Let me put this back on, but I'm just going to lay it on there. I'm not going to actually lock it on there. So I was thinking of maybe just coming down into here and then maybe just lay it. I could put it in there, I guess, yeah, because then I could just take this off to get to it, because this is better to take it off and then put the alligator clips on. So we got to loosen that up, and I'm not sure if that's what size socket that would be, so we'll find out here in a minute. So I'm just going to take a wild guess and say maybe it can't be an 8, it could be too small. Maybe a 9mm? I don't know, I'm just going to wing it. See what happens. I can't get in there with the wiring. It's so freaking tight, that's unreal. Maybe it's a little bigger than a 9. Possibly could be. Maybe we'll try a 10. Oh yeah, I kind of got this heater going just a little bit so I can warm my hands up. Right now it's only on 600 watts, so I'm not dragging too much heat out of it or too much electricity. Really? Is it bigger than that then? It must be a little bigger than that. You think it would be a 10mm, but maybe it's not. Well, I don't think it could be a... Maybe it's an 11mm. I don't know. That might be a little bit too big, I think. Yeah, that's too big. So it's got to be a 10 then. So anyways, it's got to be a 10. If it's not a 10, then it's got to be a different size then. These are by, I'm going by the millimeters right now. So, yeah, it might be a 10. What the hell? That says 3/8. Why would that be a 3/8 in a millimeter? 3/8. Oh, that's a 10 millimeter. What the heck? Someone crossed all my freaking doobies. So this is a 10 millimeter right here. I had a 3/8. There, yes, that's the one that fits on there. All right. So what we're gonna do? That's what we need. We need a wrench or a ratchet. I mean, we don't need an extension. So what you got to do is get the positive, which is red. As you see, it says red. It's marked with red. I don't know if this will focus for you guys or not. If I actually do this, maybe it will. Yeah, well, if I had a third arm, I could hit it with the focus thing, but I can't. But see, there's red. So that'll go there. Black is negative. And that'll go there. So, but I got the winch wiring on there too, so hopefully it'll fit on there alright. And then, I hope it's freaking long enough. I don't think it's possible it's going to make it. So let me get this wired up, and then I will get back to you guys. So 1 minute. Okay, so just going to give you a quick update here. I got the positive hooked up right here. But this negative one is really being kind of a jerk because the way they wrote this wire, see how this wire is like on top of the nut? It should have been off to the side. Oh crap. But I had to switch over to a 10 millimeter wrench, wherever the hell it went now, because the socket, I couldn't get the ratchet in there. So, way the hell underneath the four-wheeler, of course. So, how am I going to get that now? Because I am not bending down that far to get it. So yeah, I'm just using a 10 millimeter socket, or wrench, I mean. But they put that stupid wire on the positive side. Oh, come on, phone, don't do that. They put it on the when they put it on that positive side, they literally did not put it right because I cannot get my my wrench on there. And yes, I'm very lazy. I don't want to bend down and get it. But I don't think I'm going to get it now. Cause, oh yeah. I can get the nail on there. So yeah, I'm just having a little bit of trouble with the positive. Keep that out in case I need it again. So, I'll just put it there. But yeah, but I'm slowly getting it though. Just have to get it off, and it'll be good. So let me continue doing this, and then I'll let you know when I get it hooked up. So 1 second, guys. Okay, so welcome back. So I get this out of my way here. But I think that you're supposed to go negative first, then positive. But I didn't really have a big problem, I guess. But yeah, still got my power. But because when I hooked the positive or the negative up, it kind of did a little bit of a spark, but not really super huge. It was just like a tiny little thing. But I think she's wired up. And I think this is how I'm going to do it. So here's your positive. Here's your negative. Here's your fuse built in. And here it is. I just brought it up underneath. I don't know if I'm going to keep it there or not. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. but I'll keep my eye on it and I guess see what it does. But we'll plug it in, I guess, and see if we blow up the damn battery. So I guess I could zip tie that somewhere along the ways. So I probably could even just had laid it like right up in here or something, you know, but yeah, it'll be alright. Huh. So yeah. So let's just guess we'll plug it in here and give it a shot. I guess I didn't really need the heater on, but it's just to kind of warm my hands up a little bit if I get cold, but I guess I'm doing alright. Surprisingly. So we'll unplug the heater so we're not sending power through that. So what we gotta do now is plug this into the battery. We're just gonna test this to make sure that it's working. I know it should. And then the next episode will be the John Deere. I'm just gonna do this video separate because if they get too long then. So let me hook these up and then I guess I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and then there we are. We're hooked up. Not a perfect tight seal, but kind of tight. So double check our wiring, and then we'll see if we can make it to the plug-in over here. Watch out for the orange marker. I don't think we're gonna make it. I might have to put it on an extension cord just for temporarily kind of situation thing. But luckily we got one. Freak sakes. It's not quite long enough. That's why I think I might need an extension because I don't think it's gonna be long enough. I'll grab this one. It's at the end. Now, yes, this extension cord's overkill for it, but that's all I got. Alright, let me plug this into the cord here. I guess I kind of need both hands. So, well, actually, I guess I could do. Hang on here. I guess I'll just put you guys down right here, and then you guys can see me plug this in, so you guys know that I'm actually doing it. There you go. And then what we'll do is we'll kind of lay this something like this, because I want to be able to see the light come on. Okay, now we'll plug her in. I pray to God this will work and not blow up my frickin' battery. This is gonna suck. Okay. So we're plugged in, and what are we doing? It is fully red light. It is charging the battery. So it's working. But yeah, I'm going to have to order a couple extensions, I guess. I'll probably have to order like 20. I might actually just order the 25 footers. So, the 2010 Polaris Sportsman 850 is now wired for battery tending. But this one's not really going to be on the tender. A lot. Just if I have problems. Because I run this thing in the summer, in the winter time, so the battery should be fine. But we'll let that run for a little while and see how long it takes to fully charge it and start tenderizing it. Because right now, see, it's charging because it's red. A steady red light means battery charging. Flashing red light means not charging battery, so it means it probably has a problem. But it's just a steady red light, so that means we're charging. So hopefully she'll work. The John Deere will probably be just as easy, but the hoods are kind of a little pain in the butt to get on and off, but we'll make that do. I actually might zip tie that up. I might even route that different. I'm not crazy for it. I might just run it like right over it. I could probably like put a bolt through here, bolt it from the bottom side, and then hose or zip tie it to the bolt too, so that way it's up and we're still charging. I don't know. I got bolts, but I don't know if they're thin enough. Yeah, it's probably too thick. Because I mean, these bolts are kind of long. Holy crap. But, you know, you got to stick it through all that framing crap. Oh, that fits through it just fine. If it was longer, I could have came down and under. I could have. What's underneath that? Nothing, actually. Actually, let me see. I'm not going to be able to get you guys set it up because I don't have a tripod for this phone. But let me try something here and I'll get back to you. 1 minute. Okay, guys, so a little bit change of plans. The way I decided to wire this, I just don't think it was exactly going to work. So, I think I'm just going to let it lay down in here. When I put the cover on, or the front rack, it kind of moves this wire kind of up in there somewhat. But I really don't think it'll hurt it. So, that's what's going to happen. I guess I'm just going to let it lay there. As you see, it's flashing right now. So she is, which means when it's flashing like that, the battery is greater than 80% charged. So this battery is still pretty good then. It's just that, yeah, this I'm going to have to get extensions for it. I'm probably just going to end up ordering a 25-foot, one for each machine. And the other one will just be for future use, because I don't think we're going to really need it for the car. But in other words, Big Red is ready to be maintained if I ever have to put it on a maintainer. So, or a tender, however you want to call it, I guess. I guess they'd call it a tender. But as you see, I got mine on an extension cord, but this is extension cord's probably 13 or 15 amps, so it's a pretty good cord. And it doesn't really take a lot of power anyway. So, see, it's still blinking. In other words, it's wired up correctly and it's working because my battery's not melting yet or anything. Cords are not getting hot. So, as long as your cords don't get hot, I think it'll be alright. So, I have not tried it yet to see if this thing will start with the wires hooked on, but I'm pretty sure it would. I mean, there's no problem. But I'm going to let this thing see if my battery's good. So yeah, I think that's just what I'll probably end up doing. It doesn't really, I guess, need to be put on. It doesn't need to be bolted down. I was just thinking of running a bolt through here, down in here, because I had found a shorter bolt, and I was just gonna maybe just hose clamp it. Stupid. Wire clamp it to that, so that way it would always be down in there. But I guess as long as it's hooked to the battery, it ain't gonna go anywhere, I guess. But for the John Deere, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go through the grill like I want to. So I might just have to go off to the side or something. I don't know, but that'll probably be in the next video. I don't know when I'll do that. I'm getting kind of exhausted already. Because usually this would take you about maybe 5 minutes to wire this up. But see, I have to keep playing around with it, try to get it to my liking. So it's been about 10-15 minutes just to, you know, to figure out what I wanted to do. And then I had to run up to the house, find a shorter bolt, you know, because I thought I was going to, you know, tie it down to that bolt. But I guess I think it'll be fine. It's not going to get caught up in the wheels or anything anyway, so it ain't going to hurt it. It's not going to get caught in the drive lines or anything like that, so I think we'll be alright. But like I said, Big Red's not going to stay hooked to the... Whoops. It's not going to get hooked to the tender all the time anyway. It's just there for those days that... Say like if I'm not going to drive it for like a month, then I'll slam it on the battery charger or the maintainer or whatever. Without having to really do anything. It's just plug and let it do its own thing. Same with the John Deere. It's going to get the same treatment. So this will always be on there. And if I do cut it, I can get replacements. I'll just have to order the 12-foot wire, I guess, and just really route it good so it's up out of the way. But there's going to be a lot of extra line too, right? I wish they would make like an extra foot extension or something, you know. Maybe I'll have to give them that, or give them that idea. But whenever it's taking, my battery's taking the charge, so it must be a lead acid or whatever. It's supposed to be a maintenance-free battery, and they say it will charge that too, so I don't know. I think that's probably about it. I think I'm going to maybe let it sit on the charger for a little while. Because I want to be able to plug this right into the wall outlet, so that way I can keep my eye on it without having to remove the tarp or anything like that. You know, let's just go out there, glance at it, and walk right back in and go on with my day, right? So this has to go into, I mean, you can put this on an extension cord as long as your extension cord, you know, is of good amperage, you know. My main cord coming out here to power my shop is actually a 13 amp wire, or an extension cord, so this is probably a 13 or a 15, I'm not sure though. So, but it's doing fine. I've been able to run my lights, my air compressor and stuff on that cord, so it should be able to handle this battery charger no problem. But maybe we'll let that do its thing for a while so I know what Big Red's battery's like. But it's obviously more than 80% because it's blinking. So once it stops blinking and it's still green, it means that it's fully charged and it's going into float mode. So, but yeah, so hopefully that'll do its thingy, and we should be good to go. Yeah, so this wire's just not long enough. It's on, well, they say it's a freaking 12 foot, but it's not really long enough. So I might have to get another 12 foot. I might even have to get a 25 foot. Because what I would like to kind of do is up in the garage, just simply route the wiring, maybe like overhead on the ceiling, and just, you know, that kind of thing, and then boom. But I guess it'd be kind of stupid to do too, but I don't know. But right now I just want to get them on it for the winter, and maybe we'll frick around with it more in the summertime, see if I can get it to my liking where I don't have to really play with the wiring. I can just let it sit where it is and then be good. So, but it's nice that it's got a fuse built into it, so if something goes wrong, it'll blow the fuse out instead of blowing my my wiring and my battery up. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much all it then. My 2010 Polaris Sportsman 850 XP, 2010 model, aka Big Red, is wired and ready to go. Even though he won't really be on it, but you never know. There might be those days where I may not drive it for a month, or the battery gets dickered. Then I can just simply plug it in, let it charge overnight or something. Depending on what we do with the car battery, because the car battery is going to need a tender for a while. So, if we get rid of the car, then one of those will go on the one of these will go on the four-wheeler. So then, no matter what, Big Red will always be hooked into a tender then. Because right now I got 3 machines to take care of, and I only bought 2, but I'm going to put one of them on Big Red's charger, will be put on the car battery. Because then I can just take it off the car battery and slip it onto this. Because I only have 2 machines, so I don't really need 3 chargers, you know, for everything. So 2 should be more than enough. If I get more machines, I'll just have to get more tenders, I guess. But for now, I think 2 will be enough. But in other words, guys, I think I'm pretty happy. My battery hasn't melted yet. It hasn't smoked. I'm not smelling anything. Wiring's not smoking yet. Not even getting warm. It's still ice cold. So it must be doing her thing. Still blinking. I'm waiting for it to not blink, but maybe it's just a little bit weak yet. When I plow snow, I'm not, you know, full throttle or anything, so it's probably not really charging. So it's probably for the best if this thing does stick on get stuck on a charger of some kind. But whoa, turbo! But if I have any problems with Big Red, I know what to do. I can just simply plug them in, and it's good to go. I think I'll probably do the John Deere. I might do it tomorrow because now it's getting kind of late. Doesn't look late, but it probably is. And I don't know. Yeah, I might have to because I have to only, since I'm using my cell phone, I'm using the YouTube capture, and they only allow me to make one video at a time. They don't allow me to make separate videos, so it'll take me probably a while to upload this one. So by the time this one gets uploaded, it'll be about an hour or two, and by then it'll be dark, so I'm not gonna bother. Let's do it tomorrow, I guess. But at least the Big Red's ready to go. We'll try to do the John Deere tomorrow. And, yeah. But maybe I'll keep Big Red on the tender for a little while. And just so I can check on his battery. I think I'll probably go up to the house and do it. Because that's where I need him the most. So I'll just bring the extension cord with me and then plug her in. I'll maintain the battery for a little while. So anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess I do apologize for a super long video. I know you guys probably hate that kind. So anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later.